Good morning. Welcome to another Feed Me Friday. My word, I did not want to get out of bed this morning. I was like just laying there and laying there. And part of me is like, well, you know what? You can sleep in. It's no big deal. Like today it would not, well, like I'd like to say it wouldn't have been a big deal, but I've got things to do. I'm making some pulled pork. And I got to get that going because I have this massive roast that I need to cut up. And I need to get that cooking because I never know exactly how long it's going to take. I mean, I know for sure it's at least between 5 and 6 hours. But, I'd like to get that going. My good friend's going to call me today. We're going to have a nice chit chat. And I also have cleaning to do. So I don't know if this will help anyone out there, but I just want to give you guys an idea of this is how my family works. When the girls were little, I started teaching them how to clean and stuff like that. And what we did was we used to clean like all the rooms together, like all of us working as a team. And that was back when we lived at our other house. When we moved into this house, it's a bigger house and there's more to do. So what we did was we started splitting up the chores. So we cycle through each week. Someone tackles a different big room. I call them big rooms, but it's like the rooms downstairs. So this week, I think I probably am in charge of the living room because last week I was in charge of the dining room. And since my daughter Faith has been sick, she's not able to help us out. So me and my 2 older daughters take care of that. And it's not a big deal. It's just that's something that we do on Wednesdays. And then on Sundays, we take care of the bathroom chores, which is also something that we all take turns with. Everyone has a different job every week. That way you don't get tired of it. So we do the same thing with the menu. Now, I do still have my youngest daughter make up the menu and the grocery list, but she's not the one who cooks the meals. I'm the one who does it. So this has worked out really great for me and my family. Everyone knows what's expected of them. And I mean, I didn't just like dump them in head first when I started teaching them how to do it. I did the chores along with them, and then eventually they could do it on their own. I feel like I probably talked about this before. So that's all I'm going to say about that. So the whole reason to bring that up was because I was going to say it's going to be kind of a busy day today. What's really cool is I was just thinking yesterday that I made 3 new friends last year. Now, God already blessed me. I have a lot of good friends, and I am so thankful for them because there's a time in my life when I didn't have any friends. After my dad had passed away, my mom and I weren't very close. It's a whole nother story by itself, but it's, whatever. We're close now, and I love her so much, and I'm thankful that she's living with us. But yeah, it was a tough period of time, and God had to teach me a lot, and I kept hoping for friends, and it was very funny to me, like looking back, it's like, well, let's see, I had specifications. There was certain things that I was looking for in a friend. Like I was hoping that they would maybe be homeschoolers like we were. I was hoping that, the woman would be into like baking and crafting and stuff. And this is going to sound the worst, but I was hoping she'd be overweight too, so that I wouldn't feel bad about being overweight. So that's all like ridiculous stuff, but I was hoping that God would just send me a friend. And I was praying for God to send me a friend. So what's funny though, when he did send me a friend, I was also hoping that she'd be a Christian, which I don't think is something bad to hope for, but it was funny because when he did send me someone, it was a Japanese woman who was thin, who was not into baking, who was an atheist, and who sent her kids to public school. So I think God was trying to say, I'll send you what you need, not what you want. And, she was a sweet woman. I really cared about her a lot, her and her family. So we were good friends up until they ended up moving back to Japan. Yikes, I'm going to wash my hands. So, let's see. just got this coffee. What flavor is it? Churros, I think, from Bean Around the World, that Bean Around the World company. Scoop of collagen, tablespoon of butter, tablespoon and a half of heavy cream, a few dashes of salt. I think that's it. Yeah. Anyway, back to talking about friends. So God did start placing people in my life one at a time, and it was interesting how he did it. But one of the things that I had tried to teach my kids too was like, because they are like, well, I'm praying for a friend too. And I'm like, but you don't even get along well with your sister right now. So you need to work on that relationship first before you try to get a friendship outside the house. So it's good that, I mean, they didn't really like that idea because like, no, if I have a friend, you know, they'll be close to me and they'll want to do what I want to do and they'll listen to me. And I thought that was like the idea that I had. It's like I was only thinking about what I could get out of a friendship, which was comfort. And it's like I wasn't thinking about what I could offer, what I needed to do to offer to someone else, you know. And God kept putting people in my life that was one of the things that had changed was I realized that I wanted to help people. And so that's what God did. He started putting people in my life that needed some help. And so I was thinking though, the whole point in all this was I made 3 new friends last year. And the friendships developed in different ways, from, you know, different angles and stuff. But I'm so thankful for all the friendships that I have. And here's another thing too. So there's a lot of people who are like, talking about their kids. They're like, I'm their parent, not their friend. Well, at what point do you let them into your life to be your friend? Because at some point, they're going to be old enough that you're going to want their company, and they're not going to want to be around you because you kept pushing the idea of, well, I'm not your friend, I'm your parent. So now I get one of the issues there where it's like, there's parents who want to be a friend to their kids because they want their kids to see them as cool and fun and stuff like that. And that's the wrong way to go about it. Now, I do want my kids to see me like that, but I can't compromise my morals and my beliefs and stuff in order to do that. And I think that's where that mentality fails. It's like, oh, well, I want to be my kid's friend, but then they let their kids get away with anything. And that's not the right way to do it. Because if you think about it, if you have a friend who you see going in the wrong direction, you know, like, let's say they just become an alcoholic. Are you just going to pat them on the back and say, good job, this is no big deal? Or are you going to try to warn them and help them out of that? So it's like, you know, being someone's friend, you shouldn't mince your words. You should be able to talk to them and say, hey, this is the wrong direction. So, I mean, when you say that you're your kid's friend, you're not like just letting them have free reign and do whatever they want to do. It's like, no, I'm still going to be here to point out this way that you're going is going to harm you. It's going to hurt you. But also you want your kids to feel safe enough to talk to you. So if they don't see you as a friend, they're going to go somewhere else and talk to someone else about it. So anyway, that's it. This is about 100 grams, steak, butter, eggs. The eggs, I had put in some of the crispy bits from when I made tallow, and they also have some cheese in them. So that's it. I'm going to go eat some breakfast. I'll see you guys later. I always forget to show me doing this, but I like to add the salt. I am not sponsored by them or anything like that. It's probably going to take me about 5 years to work through this massive tub, but this salt is so good. So I just sprinkle on a pinch, and now I'm done. Lunch is going to be some of the leftover meatball scraps from the meat cake. Try and get that out. And then this was Turtle Love coffee from Dunkin' Donuts. It has all the same stuff that I put in this morning, and I think I'm going to add a little smoked salt to this. I kind of want some sour cream, and I don't know. We'll see. Dinner is pulled pork and some coleslaw. I will post a link to the recipe down below. And then this is Christopher Bean caramel butter crunch decaf coffee. This is probably going to be it for the day, but we'll see. I forgot to say I had one of these today. This is the pizza crust. I'll post a link for that too. I had baked it halfway, cut it up, put it in the freezer, and my mom has been frying these in butter, and oh my word, they're so good. I had a couple more bites of the pulled pork and the coleslaw, not because I was hungry, but my daughter was asking for some later, and I'm like, it just sounds so good. And oh my goodness, I ate it cold. It's just fabulous food. Anyway, that is all for today. Thank you so much for watching. This video is brought to you by my faith in the Lord Jesus Christ, who has everything you need and nothing you don't. Bye-bye.